Good morning, everyone. Want to just start off by saying thank you to everyone for taking time out of your day to come join myself. And we've got the privilege of having Tim Swoboda with us from SILAC. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the Denali product, strong accumulation driven product with a free income rider. We're going to look at a couple different indexes that, are really making the product do what it's supposed to be doing. And got a few other things we're going to be sharing with you as well today. So, really excited to have Tim on the line with us. I'm going to just go through a few housekeeping things, share a few things with you all, and then I'll hand it over to him. So, you're only stuck with me for a couple minutes here. Um, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Laura Johnson. I've been with IAMS for 14, 15 years altogether now. Worked for about 8, 9 years on the admin side, processing new business, things like that. And then over the last for the last 6 years, I have been on the sales team here. So anytime you need help with anything on the annuity side, feel free to give me a shout, or if I'm busy, anyone on my team would be happy to help you as well. So just so in case you haven't had the privilege of talking with you yet. All right, so just starting off, we're going to go through a few housekeeping things, couple incentive programs got available here at IAMS. As you all know, there are the question box. I'll kind of monitor that throughout the presentation today as well. Feel free to type those questions in as you have them come up, and we'll try and address those as we work our way through the presentation today. So for those of you who are brand new to IAMS or maybe just considering joining IAMS, I want to let you know about this first incentive you have available. It's called our new producer bonus. And what it is it's, really off those first pieces of business you're writing with us, we want to partner with you and throw some money back in your pocket for marketing, whether it be cash, whether it be marketing reimbursement dollars, maybe help pay for a mailing, maybe do an overhaul on your whole website, maybe looking to do a social media campaign. So as you can see, we've got 5 different tiers built out here. You got 6 months to qualify. Annuities, index annuities count dollar for dollar. If you're writing fixed business, it counts for half points. But your single premium life business as well would count toward this. And then on the life target premium, every 10,000 is pretty much equivalent to $100,000 on the annuity side. So both whether you're doing the life or the annuity side, you do have a new producer bonus though available to you. So again, you have 6 months to qualify from the day you get contracted with IAMS. If you're curious where you stand, give your marketer at IAMS a call. They'd be happy to get that number for you. After you're done with your new producer program, we do move you into a marketing reimbursement program. So we're going to look at the bottom half of the slide first. So all the business you're writing here at IAMS, whether it be life or annuity, you're going to be earning marketing dollars. We really think this is important to kind of partner with agents on their marketing. So you've got an account here that's just accumulating money. When you have an expense, you send us the receipt and we reimburse you for half the cost. So really a way to just split those expenses with you 50-50. We'll continue to do that till you deplete your account value. So for every 100,000 annuity premium, indexed annuity premium, you get $100. If you do 100,000 of single premium life, actually gets you $200. And for every 10,000 of life target premium, that's equivalent to $200 as well. So if you're curious what you got in your account, it's been building ever since you started writing with us. So just give your marketer and IAMS a call. They can check with accounting and get that number to you. It usually takes a day or two get it back from accounting, and we can get that over to you. We also have a referred producer program. If you've been in the business any length of time, referrals are very important in your business, and they are important in ours as well. So if you've been happy with the service you've been receiving from IAMS, whether it be the new business team, whether it be on the marketing front, you got someone who might be able to benefit from our services, and just give your marketer at IAMS a call, give them the name, email address, phone number. We'll reach out, see what we can do to help that agent grow their business as well. When that person does get contracted, you get $50. When they write their first piece of business, you get $100. And then you get a little bit of a kickback on all the business they write. And as you can see the breakdown there. We do pay this out quarterly. And if you ask Steve and Charles what their favorite checks to sign, I bet you they'd probably say it'd be the referred producer. That means we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. People are happy with our service enough that they would refer a friend or a colleague over to us. So I've got a lot of agents in this program who, just appreciate that little bit of kickback. They maybe didn't want to build an agency or don't really want to take the responsibility of a hierarchy and potential chargebacks rolling up to them. It's a way for us to still put some money back in your pocket. If you haven't been with IAMS long or you're just starting, you'll know that it's part of our name, Insurance Agency Marketing Service. Service is our number one goal. We are not trying to be the biggest FMO out in the United States, but we want to be number one when it comes to service. We hang our hat on that, and it's something that's not going to go away. Starts with answering the phone. If you call into IAMS, you'll know that every time you call, you talk to a live person. There's no automated voices. There's no hold music they got to sit there and listen to for 30 minutes waiting for someone to pick up the call. You're getting to a live person every time. There's no voicemail, none of that. So it's a really great opportunity just to really be able to service our agents in a better way. I know it's a little old school. People think we might need voicemail, but really, if I'm out sick for the day or had to family emergency and had to go, and you call and leave me a message and I don't get to it till the next day, but your appointment was today, that didn't do very good for you. So the reason we do that is just to make sure that we can get your questions answered, get you the forms you need, get you what you need the day you need it. We're going to help you from everything pretty much A to Z. From contracting, we're on insurance based, so paperless contracting, really easy to get up and running with us. Anything from the case design, I've got agents email me all day long, just the little blurb of the case, and I go from there and do the design work for them. Get you out illustrations on the same day as well. As long as we get them by like 4 o'clock, we'll get them out the same day. You got form, we want to make sure you have all the correct forms. And then Amber and her team do a phenomenal job with following up on your business. We call it submission to commission support. So from the time you submit that piece of business, we're going to scrub it, help you make sure it's in good order, get it to the home office, and then follow up on that business every 2 to 3 business days to make sure that it's running through the channels at the appropriate speed, making sure that we're keeping you up to date on any outstanding requirements, making sure we help you get that, commission paid as soon as possible. So really across the board, we want to be number one in all that. And that's just helping you guys do what you do best. If we could take some of that back office stuff and take it on ourselves, again, that's just putting you in the field doing what you do best. We do have a relationship with Firelight. I'm going to kind of skip past this first one. It's out on our website. Here's all the carriers that we do have available on it. So really excited to have Firelight. It's a single sign-on on our website. Actually, on our website, you'll have access to several EAP systems, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But Firelight's a big annuity one. Nice thing about doing it on our system is like I said, single sign-on. You get on our website, whether you're writing business with SILAC or Athene or North American, Protective, Bright House. You don't have to remember 25 different companies' websites and passwords. You can go straight to IAMS's website. What else is nice about that is when you submit an app on our Firelight system, it actually shoots over to our new business team for processing. So we scrub that app like we do any paper application and help you get it submitted to the home office. So if you're not signed up on our Firelight, again, we'll talk about the website here in a minute, and I'll tell you where you can get signed up. If you haven't worked with our creative department, I think you're probably missing out a little. We do have a full service creative department here who can handle everything from basic logo design, business cards, to doing newsletters, to doing, we just did a postcard mailing for one of my agents, building websites, doing social media campaigns. Maybe you got a big CRM of Medicare clients and you want to do some drip email marketing to let them know you've got other things available. We can handle all that here internally. I don't know if any of you have ever went out to hire a freelancer to do some of this digital work for you, and it can get quite pricey. So knowing you can either use the marketing dollars here internally for some of our services, or like I tell people, our services aren't free, but there's no cost if you're doing your business at IAMS. So really, we want to be able to partner with you. I always tell people, if I can help you grow your business, I'm growing mine. So really, we're here to serve you on all aspects, whether it be from the case design to the support on the new business side to really helping you grow your business with some marketing. So if you got a project you're thinking about doing, call your marketer. They'll kind of walk you through this process, get you set up with one of the guys in the creative team to help get that going for you. Like I mentioned, we're going to talk about our website. As you can see on the screen, is www.imsinc.com. Not going to go through the website, but I'm going to highlight a couple spots. I mentioned we do have Firelight on there. So once you do get registered for our website, there is a drop down for eApp solutions. Now, under that, you will see that we have 3 different eApp platforms. We've got Firelight for the annuities. We've got iGo eApp through iPipeline for the life insurance, and we've got Connect for Medicare for the Medicare side. So whether you're doing life, annuity, or Medicare business here at IAMS, you do have access to do all those eApps through one single sign-on, which is really nice. One thing with Firelight is we do have to manually add you to that system. So when you go to eApp Solutions, there's actually a Firelight registration box. And you'll click on that, just verify the spelling of your name and your email address and hit submit. Usually within 2 to 3 hours, we've got you set up in the system. But we just got to get your agent information added in so they've got you in that system. Other things on the website, you have access to life apps or forms and stuff. We do have access for agents to get annuity rate watch on our website, which is a great tool. That's what I use all the time when I'm doing comparisons on income riders and things like that. You can do your term and GUL quotes out on our website as well. So just a lot of great tools. One other thing that a lot of agents utilize is our sales resource library. It's really a library of materials for you in the field. So it's got everything from fact finders. I bet you there's probably 50 different fact finders out there, that specialize in different needs, financial calculators. And then there's a section that says client presentations. And I utilize that a lot. When you got a client who just says, what's a fixed annuity? Well, there's a lesson on fixed annuities out there, and it's probably a 6-page document that tells them every last thing they need to know about a fixed annuity. So a lot of great client-facing materials. All those can be customized by the creative department, so we can put your logo, your phone number, your information on there. It could be a nice kind of white paper thing you can hand out to clients as well. So if you ever want a little quick tour of the website, anyone who answers the phone here at IAMS should be able to guide you through that or ask for your marketer. Back in 2017, I guess it was, so we're going on several years now, we started an RIA here as well when the DOL was kind of looming around back then. Now it's back with us again. But, Charles and Steve said it was time, and now we've got a second, division here at IAMS. It's IAMS Wealth Management, doing a great job for our advisors. And really, we built this for the insurance producer as well. If you're going into a household, a client has $1 million and SILAC says they're only going to take 700,000. What are you doing with that other 300,000? Because if you're leaving it on the table, you're just allowing another advisor to come pick that up. So we really think having that outlet, having your 65, being able to handle the security side as well, is going to make you be a well-rounded financial advisor and help not only on the life and the annuity can be your main focus, but knowing that you have that in your back pocket. One thing I will mention with that, we recently brought on a couple new employees on the wealth management side. So we do have Zach Rieg here in the office now who runs the client division. So maybe you're studying for your 65 and you got a client who's got a couple $100,000 and you're at risk of losing it to another advisor. Give your marketer at IAMS a call. They can help connect you with Zach. Zach can help handle that client for you until you get your 65. Once you get your 65, we'll be able to transfer those assets right over to you. And you can kind of way to build your AUM, under the IAMS umbrella, knowing that you're not at risk of losing your client, but a good way to kind of build it up while you're studying, or maybe you're kind of toward the ends of your career and you just don't really want to get the 65. Being able to refer those over to him, we can help manage those clients for you. And again, just keep you from the risk of potentially, losing that client. So let me see here. I think I've got a quick poll question here. If you're interested in talking with the wealth management team, whether about a client or potentially maybe getting your 65, if you want to go ahead and answer yes to that question, that just should have popped up. That'll just generate a phone call from probably Duncan or Mike Hansen in my office. They're going to just call, see what questions they get answered for you, whether it be in regards to a certain client or in regards to maybe studying for your exam, things like that. So if you want to go ahead and answer that question, that would be great. And then because I'm so smart, I forgot to throw the poll question up. I'm going to go ahead and close this question down here in just a couple seconds. One other poll question, though, that I meant to throw up there earlier is if you're interested in anything on our creative team, you know, what Sean and Jacob, websites, newsletters, drip emails, social media, if you're interested in having them do a project for you or you know, have something in mind that you might want help with, if you go ahead and answer yes to that, that'll alert me to get with the creative team and connect one of them with you later today as well. So I apologize. I forgot I had poll questions today. So if you want to go ahead and answer that, then we'll go ahead and get going here. While you guys are answering that, I'm going to tell you some exciting news. You know, 2020 was one for the record books and we couldn't go anywhere. So I am excited to announce that we are planning our next top producers trip. And as you can see on the screen, it's going to be quite the trip. We're going to be doing a Mediterranean cruise in 2022. The good news is qualification just started this year and it runs through June of next year. So we got plenty of time. We can put some marketing campaigns together and get all of you guys on this cruise. As you can see, it's going to have some really nice stops. We're going to be in Italy, Greece, Montenegro, Croatia, and then end up back in Venice. So we're super excited. We think this is probably going to be one of our biggest trips yet. For those who think that 4.5 is a little hefty of a number to get to, again, we've got 18 months to get you qualified, and just know that all your business at IAMS is counting. So, from annuities to Medicare to life insurance to long-term care, no matter what business you are doing here, you are earning some sort of trip credit for that. I will mention that annuities are dollar for dollar. Single premium life is like 1 to 1.3. Target life premium, I think, is around 11 to 1. So there's some ratios, and if you call your marketer, they can get you all the details of that. But again, we're super excited. We'd love to see all of you on this cruise. Again, the trip's not going to be until August of 2022. We feel confident that by then, August, September of 2022, we feel confident by then they'll have the virus under control and we won't have any trouble with traveling abroad. So really excited. So again, if you're curious where you stand, we do put letters out every month letting agents know where they stand, or if you call into the marketing team, they can let you know as well. And with that, if you want to go ahead and like us, there's the links to go join us. And while you're looking at that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Tim. Again, Tim is with us from SILAC, and he's going to be talking about the Denali products. So with that, I am going to make you the presenter now, Tim.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura. Let me get my screen going here. And can everybody see that?
You are good.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate the opportunity, Laura, and we got some really exciting news with SILAC. So first, what we're going to do, we're just going to talk briefly about who SILAC is. We all heard, hey, what's going on with SILAC? We're going to talk just a brief history of SILAC, and then we're going to get into 3 of our products. We're going to touch base on just a little bit on our MIGA, which we're seeing some traction on, and then we're going to see Teton, and then finish it out with Denali. But we're not going to stop there because we're also going to talk about some resources in a brand new index if you aren't familiar with it already. So let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing I want to look at, this is just kind of our roadmap. I always like this slide. I always feel it's very important for everybody to know who you're doing business with. So way back in 1935, we were founded. We're known as Equitable. We're a small little mets up, final expense, long-term care company, but we shifted in 2017, and that's when we were acquired by our parent company, also named SILAC, and we said, hey, we're going to shift our focus to asset accumulation. And when we're going to do that is we're going to focus on 2 key components, and those 2 key components you're going to hear me say throughout this presentation is transparency and consistency. So we followed on those 2 key components, and in 2018 we launched our very first MIGA. And to keep in line with that consistent motion, we held and maintained a 4% rate for over 11 months. We wanted to be that trusted partner And we thought, hey, we can prove it right out of the gate by doing something like this. Then in 2019, we launched our very first indexed annuity. And in 2020, we launched Denali. That's what we're going to talk about today. Great income rider product with very strong accumulation. And then this year we launched our brand new index Raven Pack. So you're going to see some incredible opportunities with SILAC. Here, real quick, this is where we stand. So remember, we've only been at this for a little bit over 2 years now with our MIGA platform, and we are ranked, okay, number 5 in FIA sales for independent agents, and throughout, okay, all indexed annuity channels, we're ranked number 8. So we are taking a big step, all right, in the right direction to be one of those big players and really providing you with some really strong accumulation products that have unique features that I think you will like and also your clients will like as well. So we're first going to talk about our Secure Savings and Secure Savings Elite platform. These are our 2 MIGAs. We have a 2-year chassis and a 5-year chassis. The Secure Savings can be written up to age 90, okay? So if you have older clients, yes, it can go up to age 90. We have some highly liquid options, and then we have what we call a build your own annuity. We're going to look at that here. So on our Secure Savings, okay, just our 2 and 5 year, our 2 years 1.75, our 5 years at 2.7. Now on the Secure Savings line, all of the free withdrawal options are built in. But if you look over on the right-hand side of your screen, we have the Elite platform. All right, you're going to see higher rates. That's because we allow you to kind of build your own with liquidity. So if your client doesn't need any liquidity, they can have the higher rate. If they need to add in just 5% free withdrawals, it's a 6 basis point interest rate, or I'm sorry, rate reduction. All right, so you really have the flexibility with SILAC, not only in a 2 and 5 year chassis, but also adding or not adding liquidity options if you need it on our Elite platform. So pretty cool. So if you have any clients that are interested in MIGAs, we got your back on the MIGA platform. Now I want to switch gears to our indexed annuities. So our very first indexed annuity we launched was Teton. We have 3 different chassis, a 7, 10, and 14 year. We have bonus and non-bonus versions. The really cool thing about Teton, all right, is yes, we do allow for a 5% free withdrawal after the first year. But if your client doesn't take any withdrawals, it can accumulate up to 30%. And we're going to see how big of a deal that could be in a case study later on. But a pretty cool feature. So very strong accumulation. It's your plain Jane accumulation annuity with some liquidity benefits inside of it. And again, we have a bonus and non-bonus version, 7, 10, and 14 year chassis. Here's the basics. All right. No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. Our 7-year contract goes up to age 90. All right. How many of you have been looking for a product for older issue ages? We have that on our 7-year chassis. Our 10-year stops at age 85 and our 14 stops at age 80. You're going to see that our maximum premium is $1 million, but hey, don't worry about that. If you got some big hitters out there and they want to do 2, 3 million, we have a large case form. Get that over to Laura. She'll get it over to us and we can look at it and let you know. But also with Teton, we allow additional premiums in the first 12 months. Okay, pretty cool feature on Teton. So again, awesome accumulation story. We're going to see just how awesome that accumulation story is with these current caps and rates. Take a look at this. On our 14-year chassis, 2.5 on the fixed rate. On our 7-year, 2%. Okay. Then we have the annual point-to-point with cap, 4%. 4% on a 7-year contract. 5.5 on a 14. Pretty cool. And then we have the bottom of your screen here, we have the awesome Atlas strategy. It's one of our proprietary indices and also our newest one, Raven Pack. Take a look at this. Remember, this is a 7-year contract, 85% par rate, a 90% par rate on Raven Pack. All the way to the right-hand side of your screen, over 100% participation rates, and we have that boost strategy, okay? Pretty cool. I don't know of anybody else that has this boost strategy. Real simple, this is how the boost strategy works. Let's say Raven Pack goes up 6% and your client's in the boost strategy. It's 6 + 1. If they're in the 14-year contract, they're walking away with 7. Pretty cool. Here's how it gets even better. Let's say Ravenpack was down 50 basis points. They're in the boost strategy on the Teton 14. It's a 1% boost. A negative 50 basis points plus a positive 1. Guess what? Your clients are still walking away with a positive interest credit of 50 basis points. So we can turn that negative into a positive on that boost strategy. Better yet, there are no fees. That's even better. And our bonus, can't forget about our bonus products. Take a look at our 7-year contract. On our Teton 7, yes, it is age banded. 5% bonus, 0 to 80, 2.5, 81 to 90. But check this out on the 14, a 10% bonus. 10% bonus, 175 on the fixed rate. We still have an 85% par rate on Atlas and a beautiful 90% par rate on Ravenpack. All right, so we got you covered, whether it's a 7, 10, 14, or a bonus or non-bonus product. We got it all on Teton. Let's look at a case study real quick to just show you the powerful potential with Teton and accumulation, and also using it as a liquidity component. So we're going to look at the Teton 7. I think this tells a very powerful story, especially when we look at Atlas and Ravenpack working together. We're going to look at $100,000 of premium, issue age is 60, and we're going to take out RMDs, okay? Let's take a look at just how this works. When you run an illustration with SILAC, this is what you're going to see. On the top right-hand corner of your screen, 6.16. Remember, this is a 7-year contract, okay? And you might be scratching your head, Tim, is this 7-year contract really going to do that? Well, I can tell you, our very first round of Teton 14 policies with Atlas, they were crediting over 9%, okay? So yes, we have seen some phenomenal growth on our first round of Teton policies. We put in $100,000 in, we let it grow all the way out to minimum distribution age, remember 72. Our account value is now worth 196, okay? We almost doubled it. We took out R&Ds, 7,672 coming out, but the story gets better. Remember, we started taking out R&Ds, and also this is all based upon $100,000 premium. We got a very nice interest credit of 6.18%, and guess what? Our account value was growing as we were taking out RMDs from this contract. But take a look at this. All the way at to age 90, we almost have $190,000 still in the contract, even after taking RMDs starting at age 72. We withdrew in the form of RMDs over $236,000. And remember, I'm going to say it again, this is a 7-year contract. If you combine the account value with the total RMDs that we withdrew, this contract was worth over $425,000. So very strong performance, some unique liquidity features on Teton. So if you're looking for something that has a cumulative withdrawal feature, some very awesome returns, Teton is the play for you. Now let's switch gears to Denali. Denali is our newest FIA we launched. It is focused on not only accumulation, but also income. We have 7, 10, and 14-year chassis. We have the awesome bonus and non-bonus versions, and we have some phenomenal credits, as you see on the left bottom of your screen. 140% par rate on Atlas and 150 on Ravenpack. But the story gets better with Denali. Not only do we have lifetime income, we also have wellness withdrawals. And again, there are no fees. Yes, you heard me correct. No fee income rider with Denali. Let's learn the basics first, and we'll get into just how Denali works in just a minute. So you're looking for an income rider. Most income riders stop, let's say, age 80, 85. Guess what? Our 7-year contract goes up to age 90. Yes, the income rider is included. Yes, the wellness benefit is included. Pretty cool. So we got it covered on the 7-year contract with a max age of 90. Our 10-year contract stops at age 85, and our 14 is age 80. Our maximum premium, just like Teton, is $1 million, and we do allow for additional premiums in the first 12 months on Denali, just like Teton. Now, I hope everybody's sitting down. I don't want anybody to fall over because these rates are fantastic. Take a look at this, all right? On Denali 7, 2.5 fixed rate, over 100% par rates on a 7-year contract. with Atlas and Raven Pack. But look at the 14, 3% fixed rate, almost a 7% annual point-to-point with cap on the S&P 500, and that beautiful 140 and 150 on Raven Pack in Atlas. You are going to see some tremendous growth with Denali, which can drive a client's lifetime income up. And you're going to hear a key feature here in just a minute called Step Up, which can actually happen on Denali. Let's take a look at the bonus rates though. So on the bonus, all of our bonuses are age banded on Denali. So on the 7-year contract, 0 to 80 is 5%, 81 to 90 is 2.5%. On the 10-year, 7%, 0 to 75, 76 to 85 is 5%. And on the Denali bonus 14, we have that wonderful 10% bonus up to age 70, and then it's 5%, 71 to 80. But look at this, all right? You can get a 10% bonus on Denali 14, 0 to 70. You're still getting over a 2% fixed rate and over 100% par rates on Atlas and Raven Pack, all right? So whether your client wants a really big bonus up front or whether they don't want a big bonus, they just want higher caps and rates, we got multiple chassis and multiple opportunities to really help solve your client solutions with Denali. Let's take a look at Denali and just how Denali works. Our first case study we're going to look at is we're going to look at a Denali 14, pretty simple case study. Probably many of you have already seen or run these illustrations yourself on a day in, day out basis, but we're going to take $100,000 and we're going to defer income for 10 years. And just to be fair, okay, even though I wanted to, but just to be fair, we put 50% in the monthly point-to-point with cap, and then also 50% in our awesome Atlas strategy. Let's take a peek. Again, when you run an illustration with SILAC, this is what you're going to see. 8.41%. You're probably saying, all right, Tim, yeah, you told me this, but what is that number? Well, that number is just really the average of the first 10 years. Take a look at some of these historical interest credits. Almost 18% in year 3, almost 13% in year 4, over 13% in year 7, and almost 16% in year 9. We got some really strong double-digit returns. Now remember, we put in $100,000, and you might be looking at this illustration saying, Tim, I see the account value, but where's your income value? Great question, okay? Remember, there's no fee on Denali, and since there's no fee, there's no roll-up rates, there's nothing like that. Everything is driven off of the account value. We put in $100,000 in, we received some awesome interest credits, and our account value grew to $224,182. Now the math is super complicated. I'm just kidding. It's super easy, okay? All it is you take the account value and you multiply it by the appropriate payout percentage. That's how you receive lifetime income. It's your account value that drives everything. So our account value grew to $224. We turned on income. Client's income is $11,770. Don't forget about our wellness benefit. It doubles, okay? So if the client can't perform 2 out of 6 activities at daily living, again, that's 2 out of the 6 activities at daily living. There's a 2-year wait period for that. Your client's income will double on a single payout for a maximum of 5 years, and it'll be 1.5 times for a joint payout for a maximum of 5 years. But let's get back to the income story. Remember, we started taking income. Guess what happened? We received an awesome interest credit and our account value grew. Remember that keyword I said, step up? Step up can actually happen automatically in Denali. So when the account value grows and it can produce a higher income, it's going to lock in that new higher income. So in this illustration, the new income for this client is $11,927. Pretty cool, right? We've always heard about Step Up. Have we ever seen it? I don't know, but with Denali, it could be possible with these really strong interest credits. But the story gets better with Denali if we look all the way down on the bottom of our screen. Remember, we started taking income at age 71, right? And we received some really strong interest credits. We're seeing Step Up, and all off of $100,000 on this illustration. Our account value is still worth $374,859. Put that together with the total withdrawals we withdrew of over 320. We almost had a 7 times multiplier at age 90. That means our total benefit in this contract, in this illustration, was almost $700,000, 695,030 to be exact. All right. If you're not excited about that, I think this next illustration will get you excited, because this is where the fun starts. We're going to look at the 7-year contract. All right. And we're going to change it up. We're going to defer income for 10 years, just like what we did before. But we're going to show you the performance with Atlas and Ravenpack tied together. Remember, 7-year contract, you're going to see some phenomenal opportunity here. So again, here's our annual effective rate. Again, it's just the average of the first 10 years. But remember, this is just a 7-year contract. Look at some of these double-digit interest credits we're receiving on a 7-year contract. We put in $100,000 in. Remember, on Denali, everything is driven off of the account value. Our $100,000 grew to $206,942. The client started taking income $11,382. We have that beautiful wellness benefit, but guess what happens? We received step up again. All right, look at that. We're seeing step up on the 7-year. Beautiful thing, right? We put in 100, our account value at age 90, even after we started taking withdrawals at age 71, almost $275,000. We withdrew 277. Our total benefit in this illustration, $551,000. So Laura, I think your phones are going to start ringing if anybody's not appointed with SILAC, because that is some awesome, awesome news. So we get asked all the time. We showed 2 really good products, Teton and Denali. And you're probably thinking, well, Tim, which product is best? Well, let's take a look. So we get this client quite a bit, and you might receive this client day in and day out. They have 500,000, and their goals are, okay, yeah, I want to accumulate assets without risking losing money. Okay, cool. SILAC is your player. But I want to have lifetime income, but I also want to have liquidity in case of a miscellaneous liquidity needed, in case I have a miscellaneous liquidity need. Well, that kind of scratches our head a little bit, because we're like, all right, now we got Teton with liquidity, we got Denali with income. Which product works best? Well, we don't always have to pick one product. We can choose both, right? We have the opportunity to split the money up and choose both products for this client. And they work great together, because our Teton can accomplish this client's needs for the cumulative withdrawal feature, and Denali can also accomplish the client's needs for the lifetime income feature with the wellness benefit if needed. Let's look at how this works together. So we took Mr. Jones's $500,000 and we split it up into $250,000 contracts with Teton and Denali. We put in $250,000. It grew 6 years later to almost $400,000. Remember, if the client didn't take any type of withdrawal from Teton, it accumulates up to a maximum of 30%. So Mr. Jones, if you had a miscellaneous liquidity need, guess what happens? And you didn't take any withdrawals, you could take out 30%. That would equate to almost $120,000. Cool, we can check that box, put a check mark in that box right away. Now let's look at Denali, Mr. Jones. We're gonna put $250,000 in. At the end of 5 years, if you wanna turn on income, $21,000. If you wanna go out to 10 years, $32,000. And if you wanna stretch it way out, we can go all the way out to age 80, and it's $90,000. All right. So we don't always have to pick one product. I love this case study because it really gets us thinking outside the box. All right. We can choose 2 products. Yeah, it's 2 applications, but we're helping the client out, and we're helping them out with a cumulative liquidity feature and also with Denali on the income feature as well. Let's talk about Atlas real quick. So on Atlas, it was our very first proprietary index we launched. It has 11 components to it. All right, it's blended with equities and bonds. It is a volatility control index. It has a 5% target volatility, and these are some of the equities that it looks at. So it doesn't just look at the S&P 500, but it looks at the German stock index, the Eurozone, Asia, emerging markets, and it plays in not only the US bonds, but EU and the Japanese bonds as well for that volatility control. It can reallocate daily, okay? And it does this by looking at not only historical data, but also trending data. So if we go back to physics class, okay, and we say, hey, if we push a ball downhill, it's going to continue to roll downhill until something stops it. That's the trending data Atlas looks at. So it's trying to capture all those positive momentum features in the market throughout the globe. So we like to say Atlas can truly be at the right place at the right time. So again, Atlas is a one-year strategy. Yes, it is a one-year strategy with those awesome par rates, okay? Again, there are no fees, and it is available in all states, okay? But it just can't be illustrated in those listed on your screen here. For more information, take a screenshot of this. Go to that website, indices.barclays/Atlas. Phenomenal website Barclays put together for more information. But the fun doesn't stop there, because we're going to talk about our brand new index called Ravenpack. And I know Laura said, hey, Tim, we're doing an awesome Ravenpack webinar on April 1st with your product development VP. So I'm just going to give you a little taste because I don't want to steal her thunder. So on Ravenpack, it is an awesome accumulation story, and it doesn't take away from Atlas. It actually complements Atlas very well. And what it does is it adapts to the environment quickly by using the S&P 500. So not only do we have a global strategy with Atlas, but now we have a US volatility control strategy inside the United States with the S&P 500. Bottom line, you're going to see it in blue on your screen here. The way that Ravenpack was developed, it is developed to provide consistent option budgets, to deliver consistent option pricing, to deliver those consistent interest credits. That is key with Ravenpack. Here are those components, and here's how they work. So just a quick, sneak peek at how it works. You're going to hear a word on the webinar on April 1st that we say sentiment. So what Ravenpack is doing is it's gathering all these news articles about all the companies in the S&P 500, and it's telling them, hey, is this good news or bad news? And if it's good news, great, it's going to get a positive score. And if it's bad news, it's going to get a negative score. And then it's going to take all of those stocks and compile them into their appropriate sectors, okay? And then it's going to pick the best 4 sectors and base it based upon market capitalization and volatility. And then it's going to adjust for volatility using a 2-year or 10-year US Treasury. You might be asking yourself, well, hey, what are those sectors and what does it look like? Here are those sectors on your screen here that Ravenpack allocates those S&P 500 stocks to, okay? Again, it picks 4 each quarter based upon the positive news or the negative news, right? And the sentiment score that it calculates, it adjusts for volatility using the 2-year and 10-year Treasury, and it creates some fantastic historical performance. Take a look at this. This is the past 10 years. We put it together with the S&P 500 with our cap. We put it with the par rate on the S&P. We put it up against Atlas, and we put it with Ravenpack and also the boost strategy that we have on Denali with the 2.25% boost. Look at some of these numbers, all right? And we get asked this quite a bit. Tim, what's the best strategy to be in? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball to look at. But what I can tell you is they're all phenomenal strategies, because there's some years that the S&P 500 with cap did a phenomenal job. It outperformed Atlas and Ravenpack. There's some years the Atlas strategy outperformed Ravenpack, and then there's also some years that Ravenpack outperformed everything. But look at some of these credits that the client could have received in the past 10 years with a participation rate of 150, over 20%, okay? But the story gets better if we look at the boost strategy. There are some years where the market just didn't do well, okay? Even Ravenpack going in and out of sectors was slightly negative for that year. But with the boost, we received some positive interest credits. Now, if your eyes haven't caught this already, look very hard on the right side of your screen. There are no zeros in the last 10 years. How cool is that? Now, I can't guarantee that your clients are not going to receive zeros, but in the last 10 years, with the boost strategy at 2.25, there were no zeros that showed up. Pretty cool feature. So if you want to know more about RavenPack and exactly how RavenPack works, tune in on April 1st, where our product development VP is going to go over the fine details of RavenPack. Here's just a little bit more information. Again, I just want to point out one thing, or two things actually. It is a one-year strategy and there are no fees. Again, I don't want to take too much thunder from our VP of product development, but again, an awesome strategy. It is live on our portal. It actually went live March 1st. So check it out when you're running some illustrations, whether it be on Teton or Denali. I love showing this slide, all right? So this slide really gets me pumped in the morning because we looked at some of the other custom indexes out there. And we said, hey, how does RavenPack or how does Atlas compare? And we did this comparison. You're going to see that we have some of the best proprietary indices out there that in 2020 have delivered some of the top, all right, interest credits or gains out there in the market. So not only do we have awesome products with our MIGA, our Teton, and Denali, we have some really awesome proprietary indices, not only with our Atlas strategy, but also our brand new RavenPack strategy as well. I love this slide. The story couldn't tell a better story than this. So pretty cool feature. So if you're not appointed with SILAC, I would run to get appointed with SILAC and start writing business. So we also have some resources. So we look at everything on how we can help our agents tell the story of SILAC and also the features of our annuity contracts. So these are just some of our sales pieces that we have out there right now. We have one that goes over a complete overview of our health benefits that are inside of Teton and Denali. We have an awesome piece that goes over the story of actual interest credits on our first round of Teton policies. And we have a piece that goes over the difference between Teton and Denali. How is it different? How is it the same? So a really cool cheat sheet that you could have out in front of you and say, hey, my client's looking at this. Teton would be the best fit, or Denali would be the best fit for this client. We have these pieces out there on our agent portal. They're there for you to view, pull, print, whatever. They're out there for you to use. We also have a really cool annual review packet. I don't know of any other carrier that has something like this. We developed this, and quite surprisingly, we have heard some really cool success stories on how agents have used this annual review packet with their SILAC annuities that they have sold previously to uncover hidden assets where they again wrote another SILAC annuity. So if you're not familiar with annual reviews, we have an awesome cheat sheet that kind of goes over the steps of an annual review and a fill-in PDF packet that you can write in that asks questions. Phenomenal piece that is there for you to use. I know Laura got you all excited about this Mediterranean cruise. We have something really exciting to share before I turn it back over to Laura to answer any questions. But our 2022 Agent Award trip is Japan. Check this out. So with that, if you want to make 2022 a vacation year by going on a Mediterranean cruise and going to Japan with SILAC, you can definitely do that. Your qualification actually has started way back in July 1st of 2021 or 2020. So it is still going on. It's going to end on 12/31, 2021. So again, phenomenal products. We have a really cool incentive trip. No fees on our products. That is big. And an income rider with no fees and also a wellness benefit. So Laura, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Are there any questions to go over on what we covered today?
No, I don't see that. Well, there was a couple, and I was able to answer them, emailing them or messaging them back. A couple people had some case designs, so I'll be reaching out to you guys who put that information in following the webinar. Also, Alex Gayton in my office, my assistant, will be emailing each of you guys um, information that was covered today as far as like the portfolio, brochures, rate cards, things like that. You can respond back to him or myself in regards to any illustrations you may be working on or additional questions you may have as well. So, really appreciate you all taking time out of your day. Tim, thanks a lot for joining. And like he said, next week we've got Carrie Freeberg, who's VP of Product Development over at SILAC. She's the one who looks at these indexes, works with the banks to bring us these nice indexes. So we're going to really hear the nitty gritty, everything about Raven Pack next week with her. So if you haven't registered, go out on our website. You can see the link out there to get registered for that. I don't think you'll want to miss that one. So keep that in mind. Again, that's April 1st, and that's going to be at 10 o'clock as well. But with that, I think we're good, and I hope you all have a great Thursday.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura.
Have a good day.